years old, has one tournament victory from the top seed. He won the Seattle Open.
Averaged 257 on the championship pair this week and lapped the field. 234 average for all 42 games. He could be very, very tough, but Walter Ray's hot.
Jess of San Diego, California, has switched from eyeglasses to contacts.
It's a good idea. Better all-around peripheral vision. Much better for outdoor sports, but he's a champ on the indoor sport, bowling.
All right, 8th telecast for Jess, first of this year, and he's going against red-hot Walter Ray Williams. Was also three-time junior world horseshoe pitching champion. And Bo, he has quite a goal in his horseshoe pitching life.
Well, his goal is to be the personal coach of our president, George Bush, who has a 25% ringer average, and he'd also like to get George a little more involved in bowling, but I think George has his hands full over in the Persian Gulf right now. Let's see what Walter Ray can do in this match.
10-pin. 24 total strikes coming into this, his fourth match.
The action of the 6-pin, the second pin on the right-hand part of your screen, just does not have enough impetus to whack out the 10. Walter Ray a little shaky on this spare so far today. He has missed it once.
We're in Erie, where there is the best natural harbor along the American shore of Lake Erie because the bay is formed by Presque Isle Peninsula. A lot of waterfront activity here in the summertime, too.
Nice skiing in this area, too, Chris. They have a lot of year-round activities. Stayrook dominated the field for 42 games. He has to win one more for the title.
Oh, yes. Sharply breaking into the 1-2 pocket.
Watch the style of Jess Stayrook. Nice, smooth, short, choppy delivery. A little late on the push away, but look at this good inside-out swing. He's physically very strong. Just sucks that 7-pin right off. Excellent shot. And you notice the deep inside line he's playing. A lot of changes in the sport of bowling. You can see where he's playing right now. He's playing right in the center. Now watch where he'll slide, right over in this area. But the angle's right over the 4th arrow. You used to not see lefties playing that line. Stayrook's strong enough to do it.
All right. And with that double, he takes a 10-pin lead. With Walter Ray up now, shooting in the 3rd frame, spare working.
The full approach. You can use as much as you want as long as you don't go over the foul line.
Walter making his presence known, checking out his slide area.
You know, it might have happened, Chris, and it happens every once in a while. Good technique by Walter Ray. We noticed Jess Stayrook playing that real deep inside line. He's actually sliding almost in the same area as Walter Ray Williams Jr., and maybe Stayrook twisted his ankle or twisted his foot a little bit and left a little rubber up there, so it made it sticky for Walter Ray. He has to watch for it.
Sounded like it was a strike, didn't it?
I think he broke a pin.
I do,
you
too.
get that sound when you just hear a cracked pin. You're used to hearing all 10 solid pins, and I think he popped 1 1/2 down there. So Walter Ray, no luck. Strike, solid 10, strike, solid 10, the first 4 frames.
All right, this is our championship match, the Flagship City Open, Eastway Lanes in Erie. We'll be back. Eastway Lanes, Erie, Pennsylvania. Jess Stayrook, the tournament leader, has had to watch Walter Ray Williams, his opponent here in the finals, win 3 matches. Now in a close match, Stayrook with a double up can increase his lead to 20 pins. That he does. Recently, Jess made some physical changes in his game, which hurt his performance. What were the changes, and what corrections has he made?
Well, last fall, I stretched my span out a little bit too much. I usually bowl really well when I stretch my span out, and I had a really good fall. And but in Reno, the lanes were kind of dry, and I slightly pulled a tendon in my wrist, and I've been suffering for that for about 3 months now. I've been rehabilitating it. And it's feeling a lot better now, and I'm going to try to go out today and bowl real good.
Well, with 4 in a row, he's starting to dominate here in the championship game. A guy that works out at the gym, in addition to bowling a lot.
Good weightlifter is Jess Stayrook, and he rehabilitated himself with really no medication, just all weightlifting, and took about 3 months. Now, it behooves Walter Ray to get some strike.
That's a strike to remember coming in the 5th frame for Walter Ray Williams. If you just joined us, he has won 3 matches.
Once again, the head pin in play. Goes to the left sideboard. The messenger, as they call it on the PBA Tour. It takes a lot of years of practice, a lot of power to develop that shot. Walter Ray needed it there. Now he's left 2 10 pins on his left lane. He needs a strike.
Carry! You heard him say, carry.
Television coordinator Frank Esposito has always said the game is on. 2 determined players, 4 frames left.
Winner of this title match, 20,000 runner-up 10-5. Big difference of winning or finishing second.
This man can throw strikes. He had 2 300 games in this tournament. He holds the PBA record for 32 games of qualifying at 241 average. Also the 56 game record at 238 average. That's our long format tournaments, such as the majors. So you know he can throw strikes, and now he has 5 in a row. Could make it 6.
Jess Stayrook apparently loves that top seed. Lost 1 tournament from it, but his only title came from it.
Well, he's just killing him, Chris. Walter Ray's got to wonder what hit him. Walter cannot afford to miss striking. Stayrook looks too good. I think Stayrook just kind of broke Walter's momentum, if anything. Just solid match play there with a solid 6 strikes in a row. Took the wind out of Walter's sails temporarily. He can't afford that to happen.
Seemingly a hurried shot. Lack of concentration, maybe?
That's just terrible. Walter Ray has to rethink his spare shooting lately. I mean, he's one of the best spare shooters that I've ever been around. And he's been erratic in the championship rounds. He's missed 2 easy spares today, the 10 pin and the 3 pin. Inexcusable. He's opened the door for Stayrook.
Don de Placido, the chamber here, gave me the derivation of the word Erie. It comes from the Erie's Indians, fierce tribe here in the area, though. 1615, they were actually dominated by the Iroquois.
Chris, I know you know most of the Indian tribes, so you're up to date in this part of the country.
Thank you. Look at him. He's shooting a lot of arrows. Man, and they're hitting the bullseye. Woo.
Now, the last 4 times the left-hander has dominated a tournament, he's playing a deep inside line, and that's what Stayrook's playing. When Albee won the U.S. Open, he was playing about this line. When Mazda won a couple of weeks ago, he was playing about this line. When Fisher won the TPC later in 1990, he won that line. So lefties are playing the deep inside line and being very successful.
Came late in the game, a 6-7.
Actually, Chris, I don't think he'll go for it. He'll try to get the ball and give it a little bit of a chance. He'll need to get the ball over by the 6, try to slide it in the 7, but he's looking at the pin count. He really doesn't want to give up much pin count at this point because he has the match well in hand.
Okay. Open in the 9th frame, 2:26 through 9 for Jess Stayrook.
Just needs 1 pin in the 10th frame to lock this up. He doesn't even have to bowl now.
Nope.
All right. Well, he was dominant throughout match play and stood off to the side. He loves that top seat, apparently.
Well, he's bowled so well in those championship matches. He surely asserted himself here against Walter Ray Williams. Walter had the hot hand, had a 250 in the semifinal, but it's been all Jess Stayrook.
And his 2 games in crutch in this championship pair, 268 and 246.
And he's right at that 256, 257 pace. Scoreboard tells the story. 3 strikes, Stayrook 256. That'd be right on pace. Pro forma, a win for Jess Stayrook in the inaugural Flagship City Open.
Next week, Randallstown, Maryland. Fairlane. Pleasure to return there.
Just outside Baltimore.
And then in 2 weeks, the Johnny Petraglia Open.
You hear that, Johnny? You're getting to be pretty old when they got tournaments named after you, bud.
And he played well here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Remember, Bo, many a good tune has been played on an old violin.
That I am sure is true. As Jess Stayrook, he has a little tear in his eye. These players work so hard, and they put so many years of time, practice, dedication, and this is their career and livelihood. It's fun to have a victory.
And you know, for Walter Ray, great champion, the 20th telecast in which he has not come through with the championship. 3 victories, but here in the final game, he met Jess Stayrook. A 207 for Walter Ray Williams, and of course, the big score for Jess, the tournament leader. We'll give you that final score and have an opportunity to probably chat with the winner, perhaps the runner-up. But first, let's go to Frank Gifford in New York.